I want to talk to you guys about mirroring and why we do it. So when I was researching for this topic, I saw a post on Instagram, and it said, "Did you know that our brains mirror the people we love?" And I was like, "Oh, that's interesting." So when it came time to do research for this topic, I wanted to know more about this. I wanted to know why our brains mirror the people we love, and what exactly it has to do with like our brains and like how it actually does it. The definition of mirroring is a subconscious act that imitates the gesture or actions of your significant other, and it's usually a way to keep in tune with your partner. So, from the University of London did a study where your significant other has to open and close their mouth on a signal as fast as they can. And from that study, they concluded that a slower reaction time is shown when it's seen between a romantic couple, and it's usually because there are more stakes at risk between romantic couples and best friends. And according to the research, you are less likely to see a friend as an extension of yourself than you are your romantic couple. This book I read on mirroring explains mirroring in the best way possible. It explains mirroring in our brains as having mirror neurons, where they fire off when we perform an action and when we see an action at the same time. And they're called mirror neurons. And so mirroring versus imitating. I was showing this topic to my parents, and they concluded the fact that mirroring is basically like imitation. And that's where I say that they're wrong. It's not like imitation. Imitation is a conscious act in which a person consciously copies someone as a model, while mirroring is a subconscious act that's used to be more in tune with your partner. So in the book by Andrew Meltzoff, an American psychologist, he did a test on newborn babies where he showed facial gestures to the babies for all their life, and he recorded every facial gesture, everything that the baby did. And at the end of the study, he concluded that babies learn to imitate. He concluded that babies learn by imitating, while another American psychologist, John Piaget, made a conclusion that babies learn by imitation, which is completely wrong. So once again, mirroring is a subconscious act, while imitation is a conscious act. So earlier I talked about how mirroring is usually between best friends and couples, and I want to talk about the best friend side of it. The experiment Rewire did show that the imitation between best friends there's less of an urge to imitate your best friend than there is your significant other, because there's less of a risk than your best friend than your significant other. I like to think of it as like dating. So you don't want to mess up while you're dating, but then if you're hanging out with your best friend, it doesn't matter if you mess up because nothing bad will happen. So like if you're dating somebody and you mess up, then something bad will happen. So when you're hanging out with your friends, I want you to become self-aware if you're mirroring or not, and like I want you to know if you're mirroring, and I want you to become like a better person on how you're mirroring and if you're mirroring your best friend. Because in the end, don't we all want to become better people when we're mirroring?